The universe isn't just going to keep giving you things if you're not grateful for what you already have. It's like being an ungrateful child and expecting your parents to just keep giving you things, and then you just discard them and you don't show appreciation for what they are. It just doesn't quite work that way. So welcome back to the Detached Plug, where I will never ask you to subscribe because I know you're going to anyway. So let's actually talk about manifestation today and how powerful your words are, especially how powerful they are when there's intention set behind them, and the feeling that you have that goes with it, because those are the most important parts of your manifestation. So a lot of people will just tell you that you have to like vibe high and visualize, and that's what's going to get you to what you want and what you're asking for. There's so much more to it than that. There's so much more to it than that. That's like the most basic watered down version of how manifestation works. And I've manifested so many things in my life consciously that I think I will be able to like explain to you in a way that hopefully makes sense. But it's definitely a process, and it's a feeling process, it's a trusting process. Sometimes it's pretty quick, sometimes it takes some time, but you have to realize that in the universe there is no real such thing as time, and that's something that we just kind of made up for ourselves for some reason. I don't know, but right now I'm not really feeling having to keep track of the time or the day of the week or even how old I am, to be honest. I just want to be. That's it. But anyway, let me explain to you how manifestation works and how my last video actually just kind of magically teleported me somewhere else. And just the same way I said in that video that it would change my life for the better, it most certainly did. And yeah, my feelings and my words and my actions definitely played a huge role in how all of that manifested. So here's I kind of tried to write it down step by step. So if you see me looking down, I'm just referencing my notes. But it's definitely it's something, because I can tell you that you're constantly manifesting. Manifestation never ends, but if you're not living consciously, that's when you miss out on the things that you really want. Yeah, you gotta be a little more conscious. You gotta be here. You gotta be present. You gotta be in tune with yourself and your surroundings and just what's happening. You know, you gotta tap in. So first things first, you want to take the time to really assess yourself and think about where your life is and what's currently happening for you. And no judgments as to where you're at. You want to kind of be neutral about it. And then you want to think about how you want your life to be, and think about the things that go along with that. Think about how you're feeling, and think about how you want to feel. Those are like probably the most important things. Like, think about how you want to feel and think about where you want to go. The assessment is just purely for a reference point, you know? It's not necessarily for anything else other than that. But you want to kind of like be conscious of what's going on in your life. So you want to know where you're at. I'm trying not to ramble. Really trying to be more conscious with my words. Conscious. Yeah. Once you figure out how you want to feel and what you want to do or what you want or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you want to actively feel those feelings that you want to feel. So if it's something that you are happy to have or would be happy to have, or something that is truly on your heart, because that's also important too. If you want something just based on others' perceptions or what others want, it is a lot harder to really be satisfied with those things. I'll say that. Because you can manifest a lot of things into your life that you just absolutely do not want, and it's based on what other people would want. So make sure it's very clear on what it is that you want, what it is in your soul that you're yearning for. So based on whatever it is that you want and feeling the feelings that are associated with that want, you're going to then set your intentions of what it is you want or where you want to go, or whatever the experience is that you want to have. And you want to be as specific as possible. So when I say like feel that feeling, you want to be so specific with that feeling. Like if you're really thinking about getting some ice cream after work, like think about what flavor you're gonna get, think about how creamy it's gonna be and how nice it's gonna be to sit down and watch Netflix while you're eating this ice cream, and just like that feeling, that like, you know, that's gonna be so good, that feeling, you know, because it's something that you've had before, and it's something that you can have again, and it's something that is never out of your grasp as long as it's something that you desire. That goes for anything. And yes, you've had it all before, because it all exists. We're all here together. It all exists. You just have to be on the same frequency in order to attract it to you. So that's the next part. That's how you get to the attraction part. It's the vibe. You have to match the vibe of the thing that you want. Based on those feelings that you have while you're thinking about what it is that you want, you also have to remember to stay present. So yes, you can have those dreams and those feelings, but stay present. Sorry about that, I actually ran out of memory. Yeah, so like I was saying, you actually have to stop and be present and be grateful for the things that you have in that moment. The universe isn't just going to keep giving you things if you're not grateful for what you already have. It's like being an ungrateful child and expecting your parents to just keep giving you things, and then you just discard them and you don't show appreciation for what they are. It just doesn't quite work that way. So feel the good feeling, be appreciative of the things that you have, be specific about what it is that you want, and let it go. Let it go. Don't worry about how you're going to get it or when specifically it's going to come. So some things that I've manifested lately, freedom from toxic situations. It's been a while, and I feel like I've been placed by the universe into certain situations in order for me to learn things. And I swear to Bob, I swear that there are situations that identically mirror situations that I've had earlier in my life as a younger spirit here. And I don't think those lessons were learned in those moments because I wasn't living very consciously. And I mean, if you sit around and wait for life to give you lemons, you're gonna have a very bitter lemonade. But if you actually actively pick the lemons and, you know, get some good sugar and maybe even cut up a few strawberries and put in your lemonade, that's just gonna be bomb, right? Like, you have to be intentional about the way you're living in order to get the things intentionally that you want. It's magic. Yes, you can call it magic, you can call it whatever, but what it is action that matches intention, that matches your beliefs, that matches what is in your soul. Like, all of those things are so vital. Another thing about manifestation that a lot of people don't get is that no matter how bad you want it and no matter how much you believe you can have it, if you're not ready for it, the universe is not going to give it to you, right? So what happens is you'll set the intention of what it is that you want and feel the feelings and all that, and you have to have faith. You have to have faith that what it is that you want is coming towards you, and you have to stay on that vibe. If you lose it for too long, it will get lost and you'll end up manifesting other things. Like, other things will get in the way and take priority. So say, for instance, you want to be a content creator or something, and you are manifesting this huge YouTube channel with a steady following of people who will follow you to the ends of the earth, basically, because what you say resonates with them. If for any reason that belief is shaken, whatever takes its place is what then will start to manifest, right? So if in your heart you believe that before the summertime you'll have 50,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel, and you hold that in your heart and you stick to that feeling of what it would feel like to have 50,000 subscribers whenever you log into your account and be able to interact with them, and these are people who genuinely care about what you have to say and what you're contributing to the universe, that holds a lot of weight. And if it's shaken, if I think, oh, well, you know, I only post one video a week, and from now until the summertime it's only like 6 weeks, how am I supposed to get from 10 subscribers to 50,000 in 6 weeks? Like, that right there is a very limiting thought and will definitely hinder that 50,000 subscribers from manifesting to you, because you've already told the universe that you don't believe that you'll have 50,000 subscribers. Do you get that? Like, you have to stick to that belief, hold it in your heart, and just know, yeah, this is it. That's what's happening. And you can't let the illusion of time sway you from your faith in what you're asking for. So I can tell you, I have written down things in my journal from years ago that I was working on, like something as simple as sticking to a schedule, or like, you know, being able to have the freedom to do the things that I want to do, or the funds to do what I want to do, and those things just not coming true. And if I think about those times, it's mostly because those are things that I wanted, yes, but I was also very miserable, and there were a lot of other things that were occupying most of my mental energy, and most of my physical energy, most of my entire being. So those things never even had a chance to make their way to me, to make it through all that mess, if that makes sense. Like, you have to clear room for the things that you want. That goes with those limiting beliefs. So say, for instance, you want a new house, or you want to move, but you keep buying new furniture for the house that you live in, and you keep, you know, saying, oh my God, I love it here, and, you know, you're not actively looking for a new house, you're not, you know, making it seem like moving is something that you actually want to do, you're probably not going to be moving anytime soon. But like in my last video, how I said, you know, I think this video is going to change my life. And then I said the next video that I think I need to go and work on telling my truth to other people, and how that will illuminate a lot of things, and how it would also change my life for the better. And it did. It literally got me the freedom to leave where I was, leave that toxic situation, and find myself in a much more peaceful place. And it's like the clarity in my mind is so much better being in my own solitude, in my own safe space, without, you know, other people crowding. But while I was in that toxic space, I was very mindful about the way that I spoke about it, and the way that I felt about it, and all the things that go with it. So as much as I was not the happiest with the situation, I tried to find the silver lining in every bit of it. So say, for instance, the person I was in a relationship with was super toxic, just wanted to make everything out into an argument for no reason, quite honestly. And I felt like I was being very misunderstood, and I struggle with that. But it's something that I can get past for the sake of my own mental health and well-being. So I don't need for people to understand me. I say what I need to say, and I move on. If they need clarification, they will ask for clarification, and I will clarify the best I can. But I no longer need anyone to particularly understand what I have to say. They will get it when they get it. So I let go of the expectation of my partner understanding me. I let go of the expectation of anything about this person to actually change, or their behavior towards me to change. But I was very grateful that I had a space of my own. I was very grateful that I had time to sit and think, and I wasn't, you know, working per se at like a regular 9-to-5 job where I had to go and clock in and like give my mental power to somebody else. Like, I was able to truly sit with myself and think about all the things that I was grateful for in that moment, and I held on to it. And I acknowledged that if I did recognize that I wasn't satisfied with where I was, and that I wanted things to change, that ultimately what I was experiencing now would have to be sacrificed. And that's whether I was happy with it or not. Once I decide that this is not enough, and I want more, or I want less, or I want different, whatever, all of those things that are no longer serving that purpose of what it is you're manifesting currently will get out of the way. It's like you match that vibe, everything just moves. Like when they say you move mountains with the faith of a mustard seed, like quite honestly, it's like that. It's amazing how that works. Because after I made that video, that evening I really sat with myself and thought about what it is that I felt I could do to make my situation any better. And I was scrolling on my YouTube actually, and a short came up, and it was a song. I think it's I Am. I don't remember the artist, but if I remember, I'll like put a card or something to the song. But that song came on, and I just let it loop a couple times, and it just like hit me right in the feels. And I put my head back, and I just really sunk into that gratitude at that moment. And I'm like, yeah, I just want to be. I just want to be. I just am. I just am, and that's it. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to argue. I don't want any of this. I just want to be. And I want to be in peace. And I had my eyes closed, my head back, and I shit you not, when I put my head down and I opened my eyes, the lights outside had been turned on. Not just turned on, they were turned on red. Okay, so my partner had come home. Thought it was nice for me to just sit out there in the dark and meditate, but I guess my partner had other ideas. And they came out and sat down beside me and immediately tried to start a fight. And I was not having it. And I stopped them before they could even get two full sentences out. And I just said, if you came out here to fight, I'm not in the mood. And they're like, what do you think? This is all about you? Yes. Yes, it is all about me, but that's not what I chose to say. I looked at them and I asked them, is this really what you want to do right now? And they kept pushing me. So I just let spirit take over, because I had just, you know, put my intentions out there that I just want to be, and I don't want to fight. So I was able to stay so calm, and I did not make any eye contact with this person, but the words just flew out of me like somebody else was speaking for me. And by the end of it, I just said, and if you still want to fight, please go inside, because I really am not for it right now or ever. And they got up and walked back inside, and there was no argument, there were no hard feelings, and it was just like I could just breathe. Like, I felt the feelings, I set my intentions, and I did not feel like scared in that moment. I didn't feel nervous. I know younger me, when I was faced with a very, very similar situation, it shook me. I literally sat in the garage and cried, and my partner came to me and was just like, I can't deal with this, you're acting like a baby, I need you to get out of my house, da 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 da. And I was young, I was like freshman in college. It was terrible. But I didn't learn from that lesson apparently, but it's been a while, and I definitely have learned to not let people take advantage of me or just talk to me any type of way, and that I absolutely need to stand up for myself. And if you keep your peace, it works out better. If you do not let their energy interfere with your energy, it works out so good for you in the end. Like, you have to be mindful of your vibe. You have to be mindful of the way you're feeling, because the next night it got to the point where he also didn't want to fight, and we were able to have a conversation, and came to the realization that we are just not in a good place and that we should probably move on from each other. And so said, so done. And there were a couple instances of things that happened that I believe were manifested on his end, but in all honesty, the entire time, maybe for the last month that I was there, in my head I just kept saying, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And it's like I was able to keep my peace in that house. I was able to just not be petty and not retaliate in a way that I think a lot of people probably would have in that situation. If I was specific with the situation, it's crazy. But me being able to hold my peace and do all of that really got me in a better place, I swear. And I mean, everything about where I'm at right now is infinitely better. I'm so much happier. And I'm able to do this still. So I'm not at all upset about the circumstances. Like most people are so upset about breakups and whatever. I recognize this as a situation that was no longer serving me, and I need to let it go in order for what I truly want for my life to happen, to take place. Like I just needed to let it go. And even still, there are a lot of things about the situation that are so not right, but I feel like it was an opportunity for me to let go of a lot of things, to just cut my losses and move on and pretty much just start over anew. And it's definitely been working out very, very well for me. And I know it will continue to work out for me. And I'm going to definitely say that these videos are going to continue to help me to manifest the things that I want. And yeah, hopefully they help you guys also to understand manifestation. I don't even know if any of this makes sense or if I'm like leaving parts out. Let me like double check my notes and stuff. Let's do the TLDR of it all, right? So remember, your feelings and intentions are very important. You want to affirm what it is that you want in your life, in your words, your thoughts, and in your actions. You do have to take action when you're manifesting. You can't just like sit on the couch and expect everything to come. The universe has to truly know that you want it, and the only way for it to truly know you want it is for you to take action. Believe it's coming to you and let go of your expectations. Let go of the expectations of time, when, where, how, whatever. Just have faith that it's happening and everything around you is happening to serve that purpose for you. Remember, all things are working in your favor, always. Just, if you believe that, that's what will happen. If you believe that things are happening to you, then things will continue to happen to you. But if you believe that things are happening for you, that's the ticket. That's what's going to help you realize that everything you're asking for, things have to happen in order for them to take place. Like, in order for you to get a new building, you got to tear one down, or you got to cut some trees down, or you have to, make space. You have to make space, and things have to move. So you can't look at it as good or bad. It just is. It just is. Be grateful for everything you have and everything you are and everything that is coming to you. Just be grateful always, and the universe will show you its appreciation for your gratitude. That's pretty much what the manifestations are. The universe saying you're welcome for everything you've said thank you for. And then take care of you so you can stay on that good vibe. So no matter what that is, if you gotta fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. Like, if you're not in a good mood, but there is certain music that puts you in a good mood, or certain books that you read that put you in a good mood, movies, whatever it is that gets you on that vibe, that matches what it is that you're seeking, get there. Get there. If you gotta cheat, get there. I remember a lot of times when my partner would start getting upset or yelling or like anything like that, I had noise canceling earbuds that I would keep in constantly. And if it got to be to the point where I can feel myself feeling a different type of way other than calm, I would just turn the noise cancellation mode on so I didn't have to endure it that way. I could shift my attention somewhere else. I can focus on something else. It was a little quieter in my mind so I can just breathe through it. And I think those things also help me to stay on that good vibe, to get to that good place. Like, when I tell you there is a way to manifest just about anything, if you match the vibe, just trust that it's coming to you. So, yeah. Detached plug out.
Everybody told me you could be whatever you wanna be. So I told myself I'ma be a singer, I'ma play on the keys. I can do whatever I want if I just believe, yeah. But then over the years, everybody's telling me to find a career, and I'll be rolling my eyes, thinking I'll be alright with my guitar by my side. But now it's like 55 quid for my phone bill and a tenner for my bus pass too. I wish I could go back and tell myself that life is gonna hit you hard. They say money won't buy you happiness, but being broke really ain't a good time. So all I want is just to get paid. I know I ain't ashamed of trying to make a wage, no. Money, 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 money makes the world go round. I need money, 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 money. Money got me feeling down. They said go and chase your dreams, but never told me that I have to wake up. Like I gotta pay to breathe. Why are we romanticizing, working 9 to 5 and stifling our dreams? They tell me think about the future, yeah, but what if I don't even make it there? I don't wanna be worrying about that, but that's been where my mind. Cause now it's like 55 quid for my phone bill and a tenner for my bus pass too. I wish I could go back and tell myself that life is gonna hit you hard. They say money won't buy you happiness, but being broke really ain't a good time. So all I want is just to get paid. I know I ain't ashamed of trying to make a wage, no. Money, 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 money makes the world go round.